Hey guys, so throughout RuneScape's history there have been a lot of bugs and glitches, and probably always will be, just as there are with any game. Now I could do a top 10 RuneScape glitches video, but instead I wanted to be more elaborate and focus on 5 different glitches that all stemmed from one specific bug alone, and tell you guys about what the ones who did know about these bugs actually used them for. Some of the uses were harmless and just for trolling at the end of the day, but some of them led to one player receiving 15 billion coins in-game and thousands of real-world dollars before he was banned permanently. Also, it should be pointed out that I am going to explain how these bugs were done, but they have been long since fixed by Jagex and no longer work, and obviously, you should never try and bug abuse in-game because you will get banned. Number 5, the Castle Wars Invincibility bug. Here you can see a player by the name of B-Boy Owns playing Castle Wars on the Zamorak team, and he's holding the enemy team's Saradomin flag. If you watch carefully, what he does is right-click the logout button, hits the OK option to log out, and quickly presses F5 on his keyboard to go to his prayer book, and begins spamming prayer options that he does not have the level to use. This is how the bug was done. What this did was basically make the game think that the player logged out when he actually didn't, granting him immunity from being attacked by any other player. He could also stay in-game even after it was over, as you can see here all of the players disappearing from the area due to the game concluding. However, B-Boy Owns is still inside and even waits inside the castle for the next round to start. It makes me wonder what would have happened if they continued to film the game during the second round. Do you guys think the numbers on the scoreboard would have stacked? Number 4, the Wilderness Invincibility bug. Time and time again, we've seen players who have been featured for this on SparkMac Live or Chris Archie Prods, and the clips are always hilarious. Like the Castle Wars Invincibility bug, this one was also harmless and simply just made it to where the other players couldn't attack you, as well as you not being able to attack them back, and the methods of how the bug was done were the exact same. It's pretty funny to see some of the reactions of the players. For example, in this video, you can clearly see someone standing in a PvP world inside the attackable area, saying he's selling 20,000 sharks, purposely making himself a target to troll the Void Rangers around him. I thought this one was pretty hilarious, even though it's still against the rules. Number 3, the Pest Control Invincibility bug. Now, this one didn't harm any other player while the bug abuser was on the Pest Control Island, but it was later figured out by a guy named Joe and a few of his other friends that so much more could be done with this glitch, but we'll get into that during number 2. There isn't much video footage of it, but here you can see the bug abuser hitting one of the portals inside a game of Pest Control. If you look around, he is by himself on the island, and the portal's health isn't actually going down. Joe, who I suspect is the one attacking the portal in this video, has even stated in another video that he would bot pest control like this for a week and could go from all 70 combat stats to having maxed melee stats very easily and quickly. He also said that for some reason he wasn't affected by the 6-hour logout timer or the 5-minute logout timer, even if he left the computer for a while. He continued on to say that the only time he would be logged out of RuneScape having to restart the glitch would be when Jagex updated the game and reset the server, since they do update the game consistently somehow every single week. In my opinion, that's pretty crazy. Number 2, the Duel Arena Invincibility bug. Now, in number 3, I told you guys that this would tie into the Pest Control Invincibility bug, and it's honestly scary how it does. It's amazing how a harmless bug, once discovering what else can be done with it, can turn very dangerous to other players very quickly. Basically, after being in pest control for a week, Joe had 6 hours to go into the dueling arena and try and stake as many low-leveled players as possible. If you look at this video, you can plainly see that in-game Joe has 95 strength and 83 combat level. However, if you look at his stats on OS Buddy high scores, it says that he only has 60 strength and level 70 combat. This is because the game thinks that Joe is logged out, so his stats have not reset, but they would if he were to log back in. His targets would be staking bots. The low-level staking bots would look only at his stats, which weren't what they appeared to be on the high scores, and would accept his challenges to duel. This didn't always guarantee you'd win the stake, but the odds were usually 95% in Joe's favor. The only thing that would have given him away was if the bot was clever and actually checked his combat level. Joe has admitted that he made a lot of in-game money and real-world money by abusing this bug, and I find this incredibly shocking. Number 1, the Corporal Beast Invincibility bug. It has been said that this specific bug was the start of all of the other harmless and harmful invincibility bugs that people abused around old school RuneScape, mainly because of the amount of attention this specific bug received on social media within the community due to a jagex moderator being suspiciously involved in its creation that no longer works for or is associated with jagex, but that's another story. Here again we can see a video made by Joe that shows him killing multiple God Wars dungeon bosses and stating that this bug could be used on any monster, not just the corporal beast. The bug required you to have a granite maul in your inventory for some unknown reason and then manipulating the fake logout bug right before the corporal beast attacks you. Joe admits that he made over 15 billion coins in the game with this glitch, and most of which was real world traded for thousands and thousands of real life currency. He continues on to show that he made up his own botting scripts with this bug, having well over 20 accounts logged in at one time, all camping the corporal beast, and even going so far as to somehow hooking up notifications of what the bot's drops were if they were significant enough on his mobile phone. So that's 5 glitches that made players invincible within old school RuneScape. The purpose of this video is not to encourage rule breaking, but rather to inform. Don't bug abuse, guys, because you will get in trouble for it. I hope you've all found the video interesting and entertaining, and my next video will probably be the top 10 best OSRS Achievement Diary rewards. Thanks for watching, and I will talk to you all later.